And we're back. Up next, it gets a bit iffy around here. One of Wigan's back alleys, King Street. Beautiful. It's almost tradition at this point. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the LP Productions. As you can tell, I'm a little bit more suited for the elements. Got my hat on, and it's bloody freezing. It is actually today, the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, so giving that love towards the population, the community in it. So obviously this is the third episode of the what was it called? The sea to source of the River Douglas, which is just right there, if you can see it. So today I don't know really what we've got in hand, because I've been on this bit of the river before, just briefly, but just as we go even further away into Adlington, all that kind of stuff, I've been around those places, but I've not been around the river, so I've no idea what to expect. So we may as well get at it, because I'm freezing up and this is actually kind of a public walkway, so I don't want to look like a douche. So yeah, we are straight into it today. Got all the frost on the ground. Steffo, I'm not even bothered about the cold, to be honest. Got some numb hands, but we're still going at it. So first of all, we've got some sort of reservoir thing. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to put it on the map, on the screen. Yeah, so this is called Bottling Wood Dam, just up near Tesco's. I don't know what it does. Seems to be some sort of dam in there, up there, yeah. Oh yeah, we're going up this way. Pretty sure this is the way into Hay, or at least I think Hay's up there. Now I know you might be saying, oh, where's the river? You're not actually near the river. Yes, I know. It's a bit swampy down there. I've just seen. I might actually get down to the river in a minute through here. Just down there, there's the river. I just didn't want to go down there because it's a bit of a built-up spot, you know, with all the dam and that. But straight through here, all of this is just woodland now, as I've obviously sectioned off this episode to be a whole episode in itself. Yeah, it's still boggy down there. Might tell you what, let's have a little adventure. Let's start it. The river is gonna separate from all the paths in a minute, so I may as well get down there now, just in case I lose it already, as I'm already a good 50 metres off. Oh yeah, it's getting a bit boggy. Where is it? We've had quite a bit of rains. Ooh, that's a bit wet. I don't know. I don't know if I should be walking on this, to be honest. I might just sink. I do look like a bit of a douche to everyone up there. But I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's moist. I don't know if this is... Yeah, that's a bit swampland. I'm not going in there. Got a bit of a tent in there. That's been left for quite a while. Yeah, Dougie's just over there somewhere. And there's all this foliage. And here we are. I think the path would have actually intersected this anyway, but anyhow, I don't give a shit. Still here, still going. Oh yeah, I do actually think I'm going to have to get back onto that path. As, oh, now there's a bit of an estuary. For God's sake. And already I am risking my balls. There we go. Let's hope this isn't too slippy. And at least this isn't over the Douglas. So if I do fall in, it won't be that bad. But we're not doing that today. Get that epic shot of me walking over a log. And now how do I get down? Like this. Alright, just got over that bridge. That's the bridge into Hay. Hay, I'm pretty sure, is up there and all around. Pretty sure this is called Bottling Wood. But, what's it called? Douglas is down there. Fun fact, one of the channel's viewers, his ancestors are called Douglas, so big up Polo and his Douglas. Douglas crew. Ah, well, that ain't so good, is it? Yeah, at least there's a bit of a path on the side here. Got a nice bit of sunlight in today. Oh, where's the bloody sun? There it is. Nice clear sky today, this Saturday. Alright, I think this is going to be where the adventure starts, because the Wigan Council, being who they are, just stick fences everywhere where they think that you can stop you going, but you know, didn't do it very well, did you? Got a bit of an house here, or a few. Ooh, I think I might know where this is. This, for a bit of LP lore. I used to come here with my high school mate. It's called, what's it called? Brock Mill. Little bit of urban exploration. I do need to be a bit quiet though. See what this is. There is a few housing bits and oh, that's a bit deep. And we're going to do this. Screw it, do it. Screw it, just do it. That's Richard Branson's motto. That's a bit deep too. There you go. Got to be a bit more quiet down here. Yeah, so this is a part, probably not a part of Brock Mill, but it's on one of the sides of Brock Mill. And I've got plants stuck to me. So I'm going to have to be careful, as I've not been at Brock Mill for ages. Been quite a few times recently, or not very recently actually, probably a few years ago. First time I went was probably 10 years ago, to be honest. Ooh, might be traps in here actually. Yeah, a few years ago there was a big fire and it took all the wooden bits off it. Probably some goons with some campfires thinking they could light it on fire or something like that, but yeah, I think I might have a bit of a residential area here. Yeah. Oh shit, there was a car. I'm gonna try and scarp up here. Quick. Oh shit, there's cars here. Fuck. And there's cars there. Right, I'm just hiding. There's that house there. There's this industrial bit. It's active. I think there's a gym here. So it's not very, you know, won't be very hostile. Yeah, he's not seeing me. I'm gonna either try and drop down into this car park and just run out to the road. See what happens there. I don't think I would have been able to get onto the river because it weaves, I think it goes under a bridge or two. But the river is just about 50 metres that way. Right, he's gone into that gym. That's a bit of a drop. Might be able to work with it. And where is the edge of this fucking wall? I'm not so certain about this, that's quite steep. Yeah, I'm not going to drop that because I've not worked with heights before. Especially like that. Right, I've chosen... Oh, that's open. Not very good. Shit. Move myself this way. Yeah, I'm going to try and get down there somewhere. Drop down this wall. Oh, go on, camo on me. Oh. Yeah. I was never here. Right, back on track. There's the doggy. That was amazing. I swear this has been built up. Because that's Brock Mill right there. Or is it? Shit. Yeah, okay. No cameras. Get out. Yeah, I swear this is Brockmore. And they've been refurbishing it or something. Yeah, that's Brockmill. It's all come down. That's so different. They all used to be, you know, it had all roofs on it. There was just, you know, there was more interior parts that we could go through. And I'm pretty sure I've been back here. I don't know if I remember this red door, but I've definitely been back here. I remember these bits, and I remember this river here. Yeah, they've took off the second floor, or the first floor, whatever you want to call it. Because it used to be massive. It was an amazing building. I wish I'd had my YouTube roots. I mean, I did, but I wish I'd gone in and videoed it. Well, there probably is videos of it. Yeah, that. Yeah, oh, we've got all cars in it now. We're all working on it, see. Let's have a little peek. See, there's cars there, all doing bits to it. This was one of the main buildings. There's that garage there. You used to be able to go up the top of it and have a view over. Yeah, they've been building on it. I don't know what they're making it into. Yeah, weird. I think they've been stabilising these pillars. Yeah, better get out of here. Yeah, I'm in the clear. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to either get across this thing somehow, because I'm obviously not going to be able to wade across that thing. Hopefully there's a way through. Looks to be. Okay. Someone in here. Someone in there. Yeah. They've powered this building up now, using it. Used to be a derelict. Right. Now it's time to get out without being seen. For even more lore, this is how you'd, well, I'll get up here first. This is how you'd get in. You'd either squeeze yourself through them metal bits there. Obviously you'd need to be a kid to do that. But then I was. Or you'd have to give your mate a leg up and a pull over of this building here if you wanted to do it that way. I don't know which way you'd have to do it, but then you have to climb over this barbed wire fence and then you drop down there into the mill. Mad. Yeah, it does. I can possibly try walking that way, but it does look a bit precarious. Or I can try get onto the road, jump that fence there. Actually, I think I'm going to have to get on the road anyway, so I may as well save myself the danger There's a car. Come on. Pull your zip. Right. Fucking runner. I think he saw me anyway. Oh, a bit heavier. Let me do this. That's not balanced. I need my other end. Yeah, I needed double hands on that. I need to get me a head strap or something. Yeah, so I think just got a bit of this road. I'm going to check the maps now, do a little bit of scheming and see what's up next. Yeah, what we've got next is the Douglas Valley Viaduct, which is a big train bridge. It's actually a massive. I've been across it, on it actually, on I think it was Wigan to Roddlesworth, that journey. I went across that and then I popped out on this side of it, the side I'm going to have to actually even get on it. Might try and get onto the viaduct and go across it and then back down again, see what I can do there. And oh, looks like a cool bird. Yeah, so that's what's up next. Just got this road up to it, this Wingates Road. Some big houses down here. This is your posh estate polo. Here we are coming up on the viaduct. You can probably just see it a bit there, but that's where the land started, you know, where you start putting your train track on. I don't know which way this would go, and obviously it's going into Wigan. And I don't know if I want to go up there, go across it, and then get back down onto the left side, or if I want to stay on this side and go down to the river now, because it is through all this bush. I don't know what to expect around here. Yeah, it is all fenced off as well. Beware falling masonry. No, I don't see any falling masonry. No, it's not that fenced off. You can kick that down. Not that I'm going to. Huh. There's a path down it. Oh yes, there's some of the masonry from the Wiganers and the Riviers, the Boltoners.
Well, at least there's a different perspective of it. If you want to see the earth on the top of it, you can go and have a look at my other video, Wigan to Roddlesworth. It's probably on there somewhere. You can hear the river. There's no, there it is. We've even had to dig a foundation into the duggy there to actually build this bridge. You can imagine the explosion or the demolition, what would happen if that fell down. It's all moulding down there, or crumbling. Alright, as if you thought the bridges couldn't get bigger, this is the Boar's Head viaduct. I don't know which way this one will be going. What's that? Ooh, that's a bit of a swamp actually. First of all, let's deal with this. Ooh. Oh no, I don't want a repeat of the first episode, do I? Ooh. There we go. Getting quite shallow down here now. Can't imagine what's going to happen at Rivy. Well, that is tall. I can expect they did a bit of salvaging on this one. Would have been cool to walk across this and have a look. Oh, they are massive. Be a nice place to have a little wild camp down here. Definitely in summer. We have got a bit of a problem here. Bit of fencing. I'm gonna go up here and just go around it. I think I can anyway. But I think the river does back onto some housing there, so obviously I'm gonna stay away from that. And just gladly hop over it over here. Looks to be a path of sorts, and that's a deer track, I think. Yeah, deer track. And that whirring noise, if you can hear that, there's some sort of station there. I don't know what that big pipe is. Ooh. Alright, next thing on the list is to find this big reservoir thing. I don't know what it is, but it is the Douglas River. It's just a big reservoir. I think I might be able to see it up there where, you know, the line goes up, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get to it, because the duggy is gonna go that way, curve around and then into it. So I don't know if I should follow the duggy or if I should just walk straight to this thing. Yeah, I've chosen, I'm gonna follow the duggy. It's going to bring me onto a road where I'm going to need to go for a little bit of an estate, because I think a Dougie's going to go underground. And then it's going to go into this big reservoir thing. Come on, move. Never mind then. Dougie's just down there, a few metres away, and we've got this road here. Don't know what it is, I'll probably put it on the edit. Welcome to the parish of Hey! Yeah, so this is Red Rock Lane. Dougie's just down there. Gonna follow this road. I mean, I'm turning onto a road called Chorley Road right now. I follow this along with the Dougie, and then I should be able to turn right somewhere. That'll get me into this, whatever you call it. Now, I wonder if I could do a sneaky in here. Because no dogs, no cycling. Well, you didn't say no walking. Yeah, so yeah, there's people up there. So the lake thing or reservoir thing is up there. I don't know how I'll get to it though. I think it's up here. There obviously seems to be a path there. And there it is. There's the River Dougie. And I swear that's a cormorant right there. It's probably some sort of ancestor of one or something like that. Not an ancestor, a predecessor. No, not a predecessor. Predecessor? Don't know. Processor. Spreading his wings out. Absorbing that sunlight. There's the waterworks. I can hear the Dougie down there. Yeah, so I'm guessing I'll just walk along the edge of this and find the next bit of the Dougie. There's a squirrel. Hello. And he's gone. Yeah, so this next one here is called Ardley Reservoir. Thought I'd lost the path then. Got some nice benches, nice views. Won't be sitting down just yet. I think I'm going to get into a wood called Ardley Woods, which is just at the end of here, and I'll have a bit to eat and a sip, because I'm getting a bit dehydrated. Everything's a-okay though, going alright. Just like to say, as we cruise down this pathway, I had a bit of a cold because I chopped all my head off. Chopped all my hair off. And obviously my body went into a bit of a cold shock and just went, oh, where's your rat gone? I swear it's been only a week. Wasn't even a bad cold. I just had a bit of a runny nose. Now it's just going out. But what I'd like to say about this is, recently, as some of you might have heard already, I don't really eat dead animal parts anymore, and like my body has seemed to just, you know, cope with, you know, fighting this infection, whatever you would call it, or bacteria, virus, I don't even know what it is. Had a bit of a, you know, you get that throat thing. That throat thing, it came on really, whoa, really subtly, whatever you would call it. It didn't, you know, it wasn't, you know, didn't cough. Just a few sneezes every now and then. I'd just like to say, when I did eat dead animal parts, my body would just not, you know, it would be at least at least 2 weeks to at least get anywhere with fighting the infection or whatever it is. And I'd be coughing everywhere, I'd be going, ugh. You know, normally I'd go into a bit of a state of just feeling shit. And I wouldn't like to say, back in the day when I used to eat dead animal parts, that I'd be throwing tantrums and because I had a cold, but I would certainly be a lot more frustrated. Certainly now, because I just go, oh, got a bloody cold again. It's annoying when your nose is just dripping like a faucet and all that kind of stuff, but there is a serious change. I'd just like to say there is a serious change in, you know, the mental state of how you go through things. And I'm not being one of these vegan activists about not eating meat, because of course it is a bit weird, not necessarily weird, it is obviously, if you see it, you know, you walk up to an animal, you just cut its head off, you know, would you really do that? But I'm not here to be an activist, as I said, just open a few eyes, as I do with this work here, just to try and inspire people to come outside. There's a heron there. I think is that a swan or a goose? I think this is swans, and I can hear a goose. There's our doggy going hard at it down there. That's where it, hang on a minute. How is this bit the doggy when, where is it going? It's obviously going that way. So does the doggy go under the ground and then into this reservoir? As Google Maps says, the doggy is the reservoir. That's weird. Now then we're doing this. Right. Gonna have a little bit of a break here, recharge the batteries, have a bit of water, bit of fruits, bit of nuts, that kind of stuff. Oh, right by here by the duggy, right here. Yes. Right, I've had a piss sip and a feed stop, and I've changed the batteries and I'm ready to go. So the next bit is going to be a bit of a stretch up to Adlington, and then, oh well, I don't even know what's happening then or next, but this is just going to be a bit of a river stretch. Bit of a quiet one, not much going on. May as well say it was 12 when I took that break break then, should I say. It's now 20 past 12. Heading down here. Seems like we've got a bit of a meandering part of the Douglas here. Don't know how far it meanders. Yeah, I think it's off-road time now. Through into some, whatever this was. May as well try and follow the river a bit here. That always works, sometimes. There's a deer down there, there's two of them. Or a doe, I don't know. Get off. Thank you very much. Right, we've got a bit of a rapid over here and a fence. I've just seen some stuff up there which could mean there's a house. Probably going to have to check the maps. But the deers seem to be getting through this alright. Not sure if I'm getting through that though. Yeah, this looks to be turning into a bit of a bramble forest. Another slight message that this would have been hell to get through in summer. Pretty much impossible actually. I'm gonna have to go up here a bit. Hopefully not too close to anyone's house. That's a bit of fungi there. Pretty sure these are ear something or others. They're actually edible. But you do have to cook them first, so I won't be foraging just right now. I'll also find some liberty caps. Ooh, I think there's a path here. Hopefully it's a public footpath. Alright, come upon some bridge here. Problem is, path goes up there, path goes that way, and probably up there. So I'm going to have to jump this. Deers are still going this way, or deer are still going this way. So I'm going to go this way. I've had a check on the maps, and just to my right, up there, is the canal, which I went on the Wigan to Roddlesworth journey. I was thinking I could just go up there, get onto the canal, and then meet it at this aqueduct thing. But then I was just like, that's not much of a challenge, is it? So I'm going to keep going down here and see what happens. I just heard some demonic whatever I just heard. This is kind of thing. Anyways, at least I'm on this side of the river. Yeah, don't know what this is. Used to have some sort of plaque on it. Right, I've just had a check on the maps that if I keep following the river along now, as I'm quite close to Adlington, and as I said before, there is a canal to my right, and well, because there's a canal to my right, it turns to the left into Adlington. And the problem with that is this viaduct, or whatever it's called. Oh, there's a bridge right there. Huh. Everything happens for a reason. Oh my god. Yeah, so this canal, obviously you can see the bridge there where the canal goes. It's going to turn left and it's going to block off the Douglas. So obviously I would either have to swim in the Douglas upstream, or I would have to somehow jump the canal. Here's this aqueduct thing. Absolute massive structure. I could have gone across that bridge there, but there is a bridge right here, and I'm gonna have to go through the town a little bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cross the main road here, get onto a road called Hoyton Road, and follow that across or along towards a place where I can find the Dougie again. That factory right there is a bloody stinker. And look at who it is under this train bridge. At least I think this is the Dougie. Just for confirmation, this is the Dougie. And it's turned a corner. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to follow, or am I? There might be a little way through here. Not sure, but the path goes up there. Yeah, I am onto a field here. Might have to check the maps just in case. There is a farm up there. Yeah, that's right onto a farm. I don't want to test that. That is a big farm as well. Right, I've just had a bit of a snack. Watermelon, pineapple, a sip of the electrolyted water and some nuts and a pizza. And I've just seen that if I go along this you know, public footpath, it's going to take me up to the A673, which is a good mile away from the Douglas. So if I'm going to do this challenge, I'm going to have to, you know, head into this farm. I'm going to head... Alright then, here we go on a battery change, and I'm going to have to put the camera away. First one down. I'm going to actually just jump this fence and walk outside of this farmer's boundaries, so then he can't really come and shout at me, can he? So we've got Winter Hill and Rivington up there. It's actually kind of a weird sight considering all the way over there started at the sea and it was absolutely miles away. Dougie was absolutely massive. Now it's just some shallow or shallowish narrow kind of river. And I've bloody punctured my coat on that bloody farmer's fence. Could just not have it too sharp, mate. Just got a slight indentation. Hopefully my bag doesn't get caught on anything here. Right, we've got a road here called Grimford Lane or Grimford Road. Dougie's just on the other side of this fishery thing. And what we've got now is a bit of fields, and I'll have to be on the opposite side of a golf club, so hopefully I won't need to piddle about with those kind of people. And how am I going to get onto this road? Don't actually know what that town's name is, but well, that didn't work. And appear from the bushes. Now then, how am I going to do this? Like this. You've recorded that one well, haven't you? I'll have to probably do this off camera. What do you mean jumping gates? I've been jumping gates. And that is a swamp, or at least somewhat of one. I shall test it. Well, I'm not sunken yet. That's moist. Yeah, it's firm ground. Not bad. Got a bit of grass over here. That's easy. And there's a Dougie right there. Dougie actually just went through that golf course. Some happy ball smackers over there. I've got to just go on the side of this train track, and then I'll be heading towards this town thing. Not another one of these. Whatever. Well, this is actually kind of high. That might be a ball strangler. And not a ball strangler. Fucking. That might be a ball zapper. Yeah, this is actually kind of scary, to be honest. I don't want to get zapped. Might not even be on. Let's jump it. Okay, so the town that I keep on saying the town is called Horwich, and it's the Douglas actually just skirts along the edge, and from all this business what's going on over there. And obviously there's a bit more of a business right there called the M61. Now if I was to go right next to the Douglas and try and cross the M61, that probably won't work out very well. I'm going to go across the M61 over this bridge up here, thank God there is one, and then I'm going to see if I can get back to the Douglas through some fields, and hopefully that should start my ascent up into the Rivington moors, etc. That's not very well made, is it? Can't get over that. Well, I can. There we go. I've just actually found out that this road here, I think it's called Squirrel Lane, comes off these this service station, whatever you want to call it, and it gets onto the Douglas. Well, it doesn't get onto the Douglas, it borders it, or you know, goes by the side of it. So I'll just go along this road and then find the Douglas that way. I nearly just went onto the motorway, so I'm going to try and get back to this path, or lane, or whatever you want to call it, through this field. Somehow. Right then, course has been corrected. I just don't know where the Dougie is. It's somewhere over there probably. Probably about 100 metres off. Not bad. Probably actually coming into is it conjunct with it? Cross with it? I don't know. But definitely getting close to Rivington now. Can even see the people on the top of it. And I think the source is somewhere near the mast of Winter Hill. So that's probably where I'm heading. Nice. And can you hear that? It's our boy the Dougie. Or whatever you want to call it. Whatever gender you want to identify with. So I've just took a break right next to the duggy, just had some bit of scran and a bit of a sip should I say. Now heading into Horwich, I think, heading into the pretty much the centre of it, well not the centre of it, around where the Crown is, the big pub. And I think I'm going to have to leave the duggy just for a little bit, because I'm not sure where the duggy goes, but it might go under the town, I'm not sure. But there is a part which starts at the bottom of the Rivington moors and all that kind of stuff. That's where I've got to get to. Right, so my guess is to go up this dry field lane, get onto these fields over here, and then see if I can, well, I can actually hear the Douglas, and then just hop over to some woods where Douglas should be, your boy just being caught lacking. Alright, I was just going to do a Mission Impossible mode, but there's people right behind me. Alright, I've got a better idea. These were the people that were literally just behind me. If I was going to jump that fence, I'm going to get onto a different road called Leather Park something or other, whatever I just said. Follow that up, and then that directly connects onto some woods which house the Douglas in it. So then I'll go through the Douglas that way. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. I'm just gotta find a way. If this is the way. Yeah, it's looking promising actually. Might just be some path that I can follow along. Not looking too deep, are you now, Dougie? Could simply walk across it. Alright, now before you say, oh that's cheating, that's not in the challenge, what I am going to do is go along the paths now, because obviously Rivington and all around here is a more protected space than just around Wigan. And obviously the terrain around here is going to be a hell of a lot more steep. So I'm going to follow these paths, and they should just wind around the Douglas. So it shouldn't be too bad. Try and find or get as close to the source as I can. I don't actually know where I'm going, to be honest. That isn't the Dougie, by the way. That's the Dougie. think it's that one what goes up there, not that one. Then again, I have no idea. Right then, I think I'm going to challenge this. Three deers right ahead, looking directly at me. And they're off, I think. Gonna take a picture of you. Meow. I think that was, yeah, there's a stag there. Little stag. Or a buck, whatever you want to call them. And two deer's does, whatever you call them. Getting quite close to them here, to be honest. Hello. So I actually thought the Douglas was over there, but it's actually right there, and it goes up there. So I'm going to see how far I can get. I just happen to be on the wrong side of this really tall fence. I only suffered a minor crotch jab, that's alright. Let's keep going. What'd you think of that? I can't even tell where I've come from, but I think there, that's the valley of Parboard and Ashest, I think, or it's over there somewhere. But yeah, the river's come from all the way over there, and now it's there. Magic. Right, so clearly, as you can see, the Douglas is on the other side of this fence. Now, I don't really want to jump this fence because I don't know where it's going to end me up, and that looks a bit tangled, so I'm going to try and find my way onto the other side of this forest. But sometimes, to get through the forest, you got to go through the forest. I think this is the final bit now. There's the doggy. Let's see where this leads. Bet you can't do this down Wigan. I didn't just jump over the jump over the duggy. I simply stepped over the duggy. That is such an accomplishment. Thought I might say it's now 4 o'clock. I think I started at 9:30. There's Rivy Pike up there. There's Winter Hill. And little did you know that this bridge right here crosses the Duggy. Hello everyone, it's me from the future, and I apologise for the teleportation glitch because I was actually right down there. Hello, it's LP on his phone because the GoPro doesn't work. So I apologise for the teleportation glitch and the not so realness of the challenge, but Yeah, it's currently snowing. Well, it's not snowing, but you know, happens to be snow up here. So just to finish this challenge off, as you can see, and as I must say, that it would have taken me a whole day to actually, well, probably not a whole day, but a long time to wiggle myself through this bit of the valley up to Windsor Hill. And it just so happens to be that some television people have stuck the big radio mast on the top of it. So I guess it's a CIA operation, get it? Because it's underground. Ha! So yeah, the source of the River Douglas is somewhat over here. So I'm just going to have a little wander, and obviously I'm not going to go all the way over there because they'll probably shoot me. It is now 4:30. So what I'm guessing is, you see these things here where all these I don't know what they're called, the reed grasses, I don't know what they're called, but I'm guessing this is where the source of the Douglas comes from. Like there's a big, you know, there's a big bit of them there, so I'm guessing the source is just somewhere up there. And obviously I don't want to go up there because there's cameras and all sorts. So yeah, I guess this is, tell you what, let's go over here, see if we can see some running water. Yeah, I can actually hear a bit of water over here. Don't know if you can hear that through the camera. Yeah, that is a running stream right there. So I guess this is the source. And the hill summits just right there. So that is the source. Oh, I can actually see something right there. That might be the bit where it just goes underground. I'm going to touch the source of the River Douglas. Hopefully I'm not going to sink in it. Alright, it touched my lips, I kissed it. I kissed the source of the River Douglas. Hopefully that is the Douglas. It might even be up there, I don't know. But I'm not going to venture too far into these lots' territory because they obviously might not want me around here. I think this is a good place to finish off the episode. It's all snowy about. And obviously there's someone watching over there. Yeah. That's the view from here. My hand is now numb from touching the source. Just gotta say, thanks for watching. If you've watched the whole series of this challenge, I appreciate it that you've come along the whole way, because this has just been a massive movie that I wanted to create. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say really, other than if you guys would like to see more content, more, you know, bigger adventures, different kind of adventures, because obviously I want to do some stuff this summer, obviously personally as well. But if you'd like to donate to the LP Productions, I do put a Patreon and a Ko-fi link in the description if you'd like to donate and see where this channel could go, because currently reaching 100 subscribers on 98 at the moment. Not really bothered how big this channel gets, to be honest. Might even end up stopping it soon, but I would like to do some cool stuff, because I do have a grand scheme of things. Because if you've watched Top Gear and watched the Top Gear specials, That's the kind of stuff I want to do. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, chuck a couple grand in the pocket, and then I'll send myself off to Bolivia or something like that. Yeah. So this has been the LP Productions at the Windhill mast once again. This time with a good pair of shoes on that haven't failed me yet. Peace.